Are you in for some cozy winter vibes with a wonderful, lovely build that you can see on screen right now? Yes, today we are going to have a lovely little Harry Potter inspired red fox habitat on the list. So please stick with me. I'm gonna talk you through the build and some things that happened last week. And yeah, just in general, having a bit of a more chill tone in today's video. Also, very much sorry for the last video that my voiceover was missing. I could not find out why. It was most certainly in Premiere Pro. It was most certainly also in the file, but for whatever reason, the upload did not have the voiceover of the Speedbuild. No idea why, and there were a couple of things in there I talked about, which I have to repeat now because you guys obviously couldn't hear. Today's build is going to be a lovely little red fox habitat that is sitting in between the timber wolf and the red deer habitat, actually, and we are going to, utilize Hirscheck as a little vehicle to have some winter vibes going on. I'm planning some live streams between Christmas and New Year's Eve because I finally have some days off and hopefully there is some time left in the evening to do certain things like streaming. I'm very sorry I haven't done more in the past, but you guys know that I've been very busy with preparing for our new house and all these kind of things. Take time, and then I have been very tired in the evening, and also this virus that I had is not really helping, being very exhausted, but it's going better and better. You can also hear my voice is getting better and better again, so there's stuff. Anyhow, let's quickly talk about the Harry Potter inspiration. Now obviously there is this one lovely name of the building in which the Weasley family lives, and that is obviously the Burrow. And here's a little bit of trivia, like a burrow in English, the Burrow, just doesn't mean in particular for one animal, it is just kind of for multiple species, because burrow is just the description of that one kind of hole, sinkhole, no, it's not a sinkhole, but a hole in the ground, which animals do use as shelter. In German, though, Germans love to be more precise sometimes, even though it sometimes doesn't need to be, but in this specific case, the Germans do utilize a very specific name for the burrow that a fox uses, and that's the Fuchsbau in German. So Bau means burrow, basically. Burrow equals Bau. However, I'm not sure if you would say in English as well Foxburrow, if that's the thing, but at least in Harry Potter trivia, it's not referred as Foxburrow, it's obviously the burrow. And I think the German translation utilizes the fox as a reference because of the red hair of the family. I'm not entirely sure, though, if in the English version there is even a reference to a fox. I'm really not sure. It might have been something that is so baked into my mind because I started my Harry Potter experience with the German version, obviously, that I always, took that as granted. But you guys can comment down below if in your language version there's also reference to the fox. I mean, it makes a whole lot of sense because of the red color, but I'm necessarily not sure if it is a thing in the original version, though. However, speaking of Harry Potter, I have to talk about one of the most controversial things in the last month on YouTube, on streaming, and in general. And it is about, and I wanted to use that video to talk to you guys about this. I know that for those people who kept listening to this very point, or who skipped here, you better now stay with me, because that's a very important information I'm going to bring over to you guys now. Something that I have to explain, and it is defining the next month of my channel in a way, because I decided to play Hogwarts Legacy. And I'm gonna give you a reason to why. I know it is a highly controversial topic because of how the author, I'm not going to name her, the author of Harry Potter is acting in the last couple months. I eventually took the time and read into all of the topics around, surrounding this person, and I decided for myself that it is better to utilize my reach and my audience in order to explain what is going on. See, the problem I have is that obviously you can always judge yourself what is right or wrong. There is no definition of a real reality. We have some, I'd say we have some society guidelines to which we should all stick in terms of respect and stuff like that. But the problem is, in my very personal opinion, I do think that she went a trillion kilometers too far with what she's doing. And I totally do not agree with anything that this woman has done in the last couple years and decades, I should say. But that doesn't take away from the Harry Potter universe. Now, it's a little bit like, I have to see that I put this in the right words because I don't want to offend anyone. You are all welcome on this channel. I really want this to be as inclusive as possible. I just try to not always speak about it because I also have I'm convinced that the more you have to speak about it, the more it is a problem. Okay, so I do want to try to avoid speaking about this as much as possible because that obviously should include all of you guys. I don't really care what you guys are doing, whom are you loving, what are you doing with the people you love. I just literally don't care. We are united in the passion for games, animals, playing games in general, building games and whatnot. And I couldn't care less about anything, religion or whatever. You are all welcome. We are all human beings and we share the same values in certain areas. And especially when it comes to gaming, we do share a lot of things, and I think a lot of other communities in the world and people can learn so much from the gaming community simply because we show how inclusive behavior really works. Now, that said, Harry Potter is a very important part of many people's lives, and I think this is where the whole topic becomes super complicated. It's a little bit like if you have something that is a blank space, okay, which is not positive and not negative. And what you're doing with this is you are shaping it over time. So granted, you have something like, let's say you have a club, okay? You have a club where you can bring people in, and 80% of what you do in the club is very positive and 20% is very negative. By the way, these are just totally made up values to explain my point. Please don't connect that to the author of Harry Potter. I just want to say that, 80% of what is good has done a lot of good things to a lot of people, and the 20% has maybe done some harm. The target is to obviously reduce these 20% to optimum of 0%, which, to be fair, you will never reach. That's just impossible, and that would be pretty naive to think so. But what that example should show you is that Harry Potter as a franchise obviously shares some values of the author. That there's no denial in there, and you can find some examples, but you can equally find a lot of examples of something very positive. The book has united a lot of people. The story of Harry Potter has created so many cool communities people found together, and for me personally, it is very hard to scrap all of that because of the other side of the medal, which I think you can do both. You can offer something for the communities of Harry Potter that still love it, and you can offer something for the community that needs our help in order to educate about the wrong behavior. Okay, I don't want to say wrong because this is again a strong word. Obviously, in my opinion, it is more than wrong. It is absolutely horrific what she's doing, and I do encourage every single one of you to read into her agenda, especially towards trans people and queer and community in general. However, obviously, since we are talking to not only a group of people, but to everyone, obviously other people they are not really affected by that, which should not mean that it is bad or anything. But I think it's equally bad to assume from people that they do connect something bad with Harry Potter only because of the author. Simple example. I have read comments when I talked about Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy last time. I heard comments that by talking about this, I am anti-trans or anti-queer or whatever. So before I have to laugh about this a little bit because it's shockingly ridiculous. Simply because I have not known about the topic, so how should I have, in my mind, connected that to something anti-anyone, to be honest, when I simply didn't know about that? And I guarantee you that a lot of people who just love the franchise Harry Potter have never heard of the agenda of the author simply because they don't follow her, or they don't care, or they don't see anything. See, that's the point. And I think the chance I have to talk about that is making people aware of the fact that they should definitely check whether they are following her or not, and just checking the agenda, obviously, and then make up yourself if it's good or wrong. I think it's very easy to see what your opinion potentially is. So that's pretty easy. I trust in you guys, okay? See, and this is the point why I decided to do that. I want to talk about that. I will have a disclaimer in every video. I will record a certain intro. I will actually have an information in the comment section and in the description so that people can go and educate themselves, because I'm 100% convinced that education is more important than canceling. Simply because that will affect more people in a positive way that will be able to spread the word, rather than no one talking about this and then other people who play the game and don't make up their mind about this will be emphasizing more of the positive vibes just in general and converting more people into that, you know, rabbit hole potentially. So I think it's very much important to enjoy the franchise as it is, and obviously also the devs have already said that they do also step away from the author. Very, very clear. They made it very, very clear. I mean, obviously they made it clear after a bit of pressure, but still. So it had to be like a long talk about this, because also today we built something like the Burrow, and if, you know, if I would be totally, if I would be 100% clear about not playing Hogwarts Legacy, for example, because of the reasons I just outlined, as some people will be doing. Some streamers and stuff already said they will not be playing the game because they don't want to support that. It obviously makes sense that I would not be able to do anything from Harry Potter, and I would have needed to take down all the videos I have made about Harry Potter. And my assumption is that, honestly, the vast majority of people who watched and enjoyed the video are super open, inclusive people that never even heard about the stuff that is going on. And I want to utilize the region, you know, the videos to talk about this. I don't make seriously, I'm not going to make this in every video. I think it's just, I have to highlight that every now and then just to make it a good point, because otherwise this will obviously annoy you people as much as it, you know, would annoy other people as well. So here you go. Anyhow, that is the explanation. I really wanted to get that off, and you can take that information and do with it what you want, but I really hope you guys can follow my argumentation. And please let me know your opinion in the comments down below. I'm very open to talking about this, and please, anyone who is feeling offended by that, please reach out to me what your issue is. I'm very much happy to talk about if it is an issue for you, but I think I made my point very clear, and if something was not clear or confusing, please reach out to me before hating or quitting or whatever, because I want to make this a brilliant experience for everyone. Anyhow, let's use the last seconds of the time lapse to talk about the building itself, because I am mega happy with the final outcome of the Burrow building. It's going to be uploaded to the workshop. In fact, it is already uploaded to the workshop. I just make it public once the video is released, and you can grab it. I'm going to put a comment down as soon as it's live, so check the comment section down below. While you do, you can also like the video, by the way. It's just easy. You go down, thumbs up, and then you jump to the comment section, grab this blueprint and slap it in all of 2 of your zoos. You can obviously use that for all animals that use the Burrow. You can obviously also put the small Burrow in. You're very much, you know, free to do so. It's going to be uploaded, as I said, right with the video, so enjoy that one. I hope you guys enjoyed this video so far, because we are heading slowly into the real-time part, as you know, and this time around I hope that you guys also had a voiceover. It would be very bad if you hadn't, because this was a very important talk to me. I did twice now, so this time around I hope it's it'll reach you guys. Anyhow, time to move over to the real-time Rudy. I'm very pleased with the build, hope you guys are too, and now enjoy the real-time Rudy, and eventually you're gonna see some snow at the end of the video. Spoiler ahead, I mean, you have seen that with the screenshot at the beginning, by the way, so it's not really a spoiler, but you're gonna see some snow. It's very cozy, it's very enjoyable, so yeah, have a good time with the real-time Rudy. I'm gonna hand you over now into his trustable hands. Have fun. Alright, we're setting off with our real-time part today, here with the raccoon area, and we just go over to this wonderful new little centerpiece, the Burrow, as our red fox habitat. And yeah, I'm certainly very happy with the outcome of this build, because it just turned out to be so much better than I expected. Just look at that here with the red fox in the front, and we have this beautiful the Weasly Burrow inspired building as a kind of centerpiece. We've got this wall over here, and I thought, you know, realistically in this area this could have been kind of something that has been made later to bring also kids in, and you know, Harry Potter being like a big vibe, you know, going on. So that is potentially one of the more realistic things that, you know, could have been done in a wildlife reserve like that. It doesn't really add too much negative, or actually anything negative, to the animals, because they still have their burrow down here. This is like a centerpiece only to look at, and they have all the nature in the back. And I think I did quite a nice job in hiding the background in a way that looks like as if the habitat is ended here. So it really looks like as if it's only this small part, but in reality they have like a huge part in behind. So this is kind of the idea, using some of the new plants we got along the way. I think there are so many new trees I haven't used in the game. And yeah, this waterfall piece over here also kind of felt correct to be in here. I just like it. Full stop. Like, there's nothing else. I just like it, and I thought, playing with the water over here makes a lot of sense, giving this whole thing like also a bit of a nice kind of a block to the wolves, because we don't have the wolves coming over here at any time. So that's that. And yeah, just in general, I think it looks really fantastic from this spot over here. Surely we do have to make this area look a lot nicer, and there is certainly going to be something nice over here, and also something that ties together the entire area. Now that we have even more shops and stuff available, we will definitely make this place over here a very desirable spot to go to, because that eventually is what you have to do. You have to go all the way to here. And just to show you the overall context now, let's zoom out so you can see we opened up quite dramatically after last year's oh my, what's going on over here? Oh gosh, I think I just opened the zoo, and eventually we have too many people in. I don't care at this point, but there are like a super big crowds. Anyhow, people just move over, and you can see last time everything was ended over here with the viewing platform. The viewing platform still has kind of the same viewing angles as always, but we will certainly have another beautiful viewing spot on top of here, because that is going to be a wonderful spot from where you can see the deers, and you can also have like a peekaboo into the raccoon area. Also the raccoons, I think they are all frozen. I should definitely move them away from here. I just saw that briefly when I was taking some screenshots, that they're all like stuck on the bridge. Like, it's nice to make screenshots, but eventually it's cool if they move around. So that's something I like more about is, there you go. Now people and the raccoons do move along. And yeah, you can see that also this transition of the staircase is obviously not the final one. We will have like a very nice little meandering pathway going down. Free build will be installed soon enough again, so that this is going to help us make this whole thing look better. And then we have this whole thing. One thing I'm not really sure of, but I'm really not sure of, but I think I might want to add like a pathway that goes all the way behind here, and then just reconnects the whole thing just to this like roundabout in front, so that we have like one circular way to move, and this is just like a little bit of a forest walk that goes all the way to this down area here. So if you want to skip all the other habitats, you can just move there. We do have still some blank spots left over here, which you guys had some cool suggestions what we can have as well in here. So we're going to have like a bit more fun in the winter times. And you know what I want to do at the end of the episode, just because it's winter and we should have some snow, we are going to turn this all into a snowy landscape now to end this episode today on a very wintry note. I'm actually going to go into the explore mode for that. Let's have like a little bit of a nice cozy ending to today's episode. We're just standing over here waiting the snow to cover this area, just everyone feeling a lot more focused towards Christmas. I mean, it's the fourth Advent today, so definitely something that is good to enjoy, and I certainly do enjoy this day today a lot. We are actually going to set up our Christmas tree in a couple minutes, so after I have recorded and rendered this episode, I'm gonna go down and we're going to do this. Really looking forward to it. It's the first year where the little one really gets the idea of what is going on. So yeah, there you go, look at that. Now we have it all covered in snow, looking very neat. Shall we also just make it a bit more later in the day, just to get even more mood in? That might be a little bit too late. Let's try to have it a bit more moody like this. Oh, look at that! This is so moody, isn't it? Just really enjoy that. So now we just need some foxes coming around to finish off this episode on a high. Where are the foxes? Hello? Or are they now seeking cover? That would be interesting if they do. I still haven't finally checked if they do seek cover once it's raining. They should, like they said they did. Also, oh yeah, something I didn't show you is there's like a little bit of a shelter in the back as well. Something really nice. Where are you guys? Are you all the way in the back? or are you actually in the Burrow? Let me just quickly check if you guys are in the Burrow. That would be interesting if you guys are in. Yeah, both are in. Look at that. So first of all, that's like a great confirmation that it works, which is good. But it seems like they go in just when it snows. That is so cool. I love it. Anyhow, there's really not that much I can talk about because this is the entire episode. This is the Burrow. This is the red fox Burrow, and people are freezing. How about getting finally some winter clothes? That would be good. Now, guys, if you are looking forward to Christmas and you're having a good time now and you want to help a little camel out, then it would be so nice if you could consider subscribing if you haven't already. We are moving towards the 77,000 mark. This would be at least something really cool for the end of the year. It's my favorite number. 7 is my favorite number. Look, that would be amazing. Thank you so much for your ongoing support. I can only tell there's so much more coming. Once I've moved into the new house, there's also coming vlogs and building process and, you know, all this kind of stuff that hopefully is interesting for you guys. But for now, there's more Planet Zoo planned and also some other stuff I have done in the past, which I couldn't share quite yet, but it will be possible in a couple days. So, yeah, hope to see you guys in another video. And if you guys fancy watching another video yet, now you can do so on the top right. There's a card for you. And again, if you haven't subscribed yet, but you like the content, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I talk to you in the next one. Have a lovely Sunday and goodbye.